Hi, my name's Suzanne Day or Anne Wigglebottom, and I run a business and a charity for stopping domestic violence. And I'm also a healer. So today I'm going to do a healing for self-love, and I'm also going to give you some information of what I've used to work on self-love for me. Okay, so I stand in the power of my soul. I see and act as the Creator does. I am the Creator. Rescue and harmonious developments for the world and all beings. I seal and protect this space with my life shield, which I activate now. I am protected from evil eyes, evil intent, low vibrational beings, and energy. I also use the numbers 8888 for divine protection. I now place these numbers around me. This healing is done with permission from each soul before it is commenced. All those who do not wish to take part can simply say no, and they will not receive this energy. Okay, so we can all do with more work on self-esteem and self-worth and healing our inner child. And I know I've personally done a lot of work in this area, and I still need to do more. And as I received a lot of negative messages and trauma as a child, and as an adult, I realized I had all these negative messages in my head that were actually controlling my thoughts and my beliefs about myself. And they controlled what I was allowed to have in my life. And I found that I needed to do some work on this if I was ever going to have a better life. So I'd like to give you a list of books and tools that I actually found helpful. And I know this is a huge issue for domestic violence victims and also abusers, because if you don't value yourself, you won't take care of your safety and you won't allow yourself to have good situations happening for you, and you'll stay in abusive situations. Okay. And also, I've created some of my own tools that I use too. And at the moment, I'm reading a book from Dolores Cannon. And this book actually talks about quantum physics. And it talks about how all your beliefs, your thoughts, your words, your statements, and every life that you've lived can actually affect your life now. And she also talks about how it all goes out into the universe and it goes to other people. And also that it affects every person that's around you. And the vibrations just continually go out into the universe. And that's why it's really important for us to do some inner work and to work on traumas and wounds, so that not only do we have a better life and our vibrations higher, but we also don't hurt other people that are around us. And all of the messaging, words, symbols, numbers, colours and shapes, it's all in our cell memories. And this all creates our field of vibration and also creates what actually happens to us. And the healing courses that I've done all say that this is what happens too. Okay, and what we say to ourselves and others really does matter in our lives, and it goes out into the universe to everywhere and everyone. But the great news is that when we work on ourselves to heal our wounds and traumas and beliefs and learn better ways of doing things, we have a much better life, and this also raises our vibration. So we actually attract better things in our lives, and every positive action that we make or anyone else in the world makes, it all makes a difference and helps to raise the vibration. That's what's really important, to constantly push as much good information out there as you can, because it raises all the vibration, and then all the negative will fall away. So every positive action makes a difference in the universe and to other people. And we can't really love others until we've learnt to love and accept ourselves completely. And it all starts from us and our beliefs. And I want to give you a list of some of the books that I've found really helpful. And there's also videos and podcasts on the internet, on social media, that I've used that I found really great. So I hope you do too. So the first one is, this is a book it's actually the workbook that you do at home based on law of attraction, and it works on trauma, illness, vibration. So you can get this from your local library or your bookstore or online, and you can work on yourself at home, and you do it in conjunction with this book. So you read this, and then you do the actual workbook. So that's really easy for you to do. Another one that's really good is the self-esteem workbook. That's done by a psychologist. It's a little course that you just do at home, and you work on your self-esteem. Okay, and I've actually done the Louise Hay one twice, and I've done this once. And what I found was when I did it the second time, my answers were totally different, because I'd improved so much that all my answers were completely different. And this is another one that I found really good, Measuring Up. That's a really easy book to understand, and it's great on self-esteem. There's also this one here that's also by Louise Hay and Cheryl Richardson. So that's another good tool to use. And this is an affirmation that it's an affirmation card that I actually made for myself, but I sell them on my websites. And it actually is an affirmation for loving and accepting myself, because I have such a huge trouble with self-love. So I put this around my house and everywhere so that I can remind myself about self-love. Okay, so, and there's also The Power of Confidence by Brian Tracy. That's another good book. And there's also lots of energy healers, counselors, and experts on YouTube and on other social media platforms that you can use. The internet is full of people that can offer advice and help for self-love. And another good resource I found was youwealthrevolution.com, and they have the world's best healers, and they have podcasts on hundreds of different topics, but they have a lot on self-love, a lot on trauma, a lot on illness, and they will always have a healing on their actual podcast each time that you listen. And if you want to do more work, you just push the link and you buy the little package. They're usually a couple of $100, but I've bought a few of them, and I found them really, really helpful. I've done about 4 different ones for trauma that helped me. And I also find light language. For me personally, I like that. But there's lots of different types of healing or counselling or experts online. I find it helps to raise my vibration and works on healing wounds. So there's lots of different types of healing. You've got Reiki, tapping, you've got sound therapy. So just do what works for you, because we're all different. And there's also binaural beats. They've actually got thousands and thousands of different videos on YouTube, and they deal with lots of different issues. If you're angry, if you're upset, if you're in a very low vibration, if you can't sleep, if you're in pain, if you've got all different issues, there's thousands of them to pick to listen to that will raise your vibration, because music actually has a vibration and it can work to heal. And a lot of the ancient people that were on earth actually used sound because it has a vibration and it can heal you. So that's what binaural beats are, and they're on YouTube. So there's millions of tools out there that you can use to help you. I also found Emmanuel Dagger. He's on YouTube, and I find him very good. He's got information on chakras, trauma, meditations. He's also got very good healing videos to watch. And you can also create some of your own. I've written songs, poems, stories, children's books, affirmation cards, and all for self-improvement and self-esteem. And writing down is actually really powerful because it gets the feelings out of your body and your cells. And it also puts what you want to happen into the universe for you to manifest it. So make sure you put the positive of what you want, not the bad stuff. Okay. And I've also written, another thing I've done is I've also written a letter to myself to apologize for not loving myself better. And I've forgiven myself. And this is also a really powerful exercise you can do for self-love. And you can also get like an aha, because you, like, what the exercise is you just write whatever it is you want to write, and you'll be amazed at what you have actually written. It can be quite revealing, so that's a really powerful exercise that you can do, and I've done that. Okay, so now I'm going to do a healing for self-love with from my genome healing course. Okay, so I'm now cutting off with my sword of God and deleting from all auric fields judgments, conditions, low expectations, blame games, guilt, hate, payback, revenge, games played, shame, rage, abuse, self-abuse, frustration, depression, entrapment, harmful, hurtful, prejudiced, old beliefs, harmful patterns, harming energies, outrage, craziness, trouble, abandonment, lies, dysfunctional patterns, badness, indifference, intolerance, pain, belittlement, jealousy, mistakes, make wrongs, fear, brokenness, low value, insecurity, uselessness, worthlessness, mistrust, self-sabotage, less than, of no importance, not special, failures, evilness, not wanted, finger-pointing, no voice, dumbed down, troublemaker, the problem, no value. Okay, and now we have all repaid our karmic debt from all timelines now, so we are free to live our life in peace. We have learnt our important life lessons that we needed to learn. Now I see in my mind's eye the matrix that was holding all of these beliefs and conditions dysfunction up. They are all collapsed now into dust and returned to the light for transformation into good from the Creator. I also rip up with my hand the contract that was holding all of this in place now. It is null and void and no more. I am now using God's vacuum cleaner to suck all of this low energy out from all beings on earth. It goes into the quarantine cone, it hits the infinity symbol with a flash of light, and it's sent to the light of the Creator for transformation. And I now command this event to take place, this date and time, which is today, into infinity. Thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done, and so it is. And now I'm going to use another tool from my genome healing course, and it's called Harmonization of Your Journey and Roots. I imagine the starting point and my goal, which is to align all souls, hearts, minds, and consciousness to that of love and joy vibration on earth. I see all beings of earth, they are now living in truth and peace. Love, integrity, and freedom is in their heart space. I see a beam of light from my heart now. I imagine all beings on earth of the Creator's norm. They are no longer living in fear or control. Everything I see is happening for the positive and for the good of all beings in Mother Earth. All the information I need pertaining for this situation is now within this beam of light. I now compress this intention into one point, and I now place this information into the crown chakra of all beings on earth. All old information is now deleted, discarded, and dissolved. In all timelines, the true blueprint of the Creator is now returned to all cells, organs, body systems, fields, minds. We are all at the optimum functioning with our true blueprint of perfection. against the backdrop of the Creator's soul and God as my witness. This blueprint was created as a self-renewing, self-regenerating indefinitely in our timeline. It does not have a use-by date. All beings are connected to truth now. This consciousness is all love of self and of others. I am aiming the Creator's stream of light at all beings on earth to bathe them under this light stream from God. All negativity is transformed, cleansed with the information from the Creator's holy stream of light now. I stand at my point of perception. I make the decision to transform my perception from negative to positive on all levels of my soul, mind, and consciousness. I perceive myself with love because I am an expression of life and the purest love of the Creator. I change my perception of myself and I see myself through the eyes of God. And the positive affirmation to use is the one that I showed you before. I love and value myself always. And here is a card for this. It is available on the website www.stopalldomesticviolenceinc.com. I cut all cords that I've shared with this healing group. I use my hand to cut these cords now. I also cut all ancestral lineage that has been attached to this timeline. I see everyone having all roots ground deeply into Mother Earth from our feet chakras, which anchor us safely into the earth below. I now bring this earth energy up through all roots and I fill all entire bodies now to 1 meter above all heads. We are now all perfectly balanced in spirit, heaven, matter, and earth. All that is within and around me is now transformed to the light. Thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. And so it is. And if you like this video, you can push the like button and you can also subscribe to our page. Thank you.